I think it's cool that you can kind of see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff with someone like Colby, because people often ask this, and I don't consider myself a celebrity trainer. I've had the opportunity to train celebrities.
You are a celebrity trainer.
I've had the really unique opportunity to train celebrities. But the reason why I think it's cool is not because I'm like, oh, this person's cooler to hang out with. No, because when they post about it and repost, they have a huge following that's not the same CrossFit nuts that we are.
Yeah.
If, back in the day, not back in the day, but I think when we were all competing, it's anyone who followed me, followed you, followed Rich, followed everyone. So people, it was just this this merry-go-round of everyone talking about their own training. But you get someone like Seth Rollins or Steve Aoki, who's we're doing CrossFit, and people are partying, going to their shows and concerts, and it's maybe this is in the cards for me too, because you get so far removed. You get so far removed from that you're oh, well, that's just what they do. And it's no, people can do it. That's what I loved about training Dylan, is that he had no reservation about being yeah, I'm fucking working out. I'm working on myself. I'm trying to eat healthier and eat better. And now it's almost like a norm in music. People yeah, you have to take care of yourself.
I was super impressed the more I got to go to some of those shows with you and then Mike about how hard those guys grind. Just taking care of their bodies, how much they work. So I remember the first time we went to the UMass Amherst show, and I think Dylan was there, but then
Aoki
opened, and then I remember just listening to him. He was leaving that show and flying to do another show somewhere else that night, and I was just blown away about the work ethic from those guys. That I always find super interesting.
I think he flew in there.
Yeah, it might have been vice versa, whatever. It was
no, I think both. He flew, because it was Zed and Dylan on tour.
Yep.
And he flew into a college just to open for these guys, and just I don't know, I'm sure it wasn't what he's normally getting paid, or obviously what he's getting paid now to do it, but it was just hey, you got an opportunity for people that like EDM music, for you to hop in there and improve the quality of the overall experience of the show. But yeah, man, fucking grind.